Hi and good morning student. Today we will continue on index 7.1 which is electricity. The first thing that we will learn is about electroscope. So what is electroscope? Electroscope is a device we use to detect the existence of electric charge on an object, which is in simple word, electroscope we use to check whether there is a presence of electric charge or not at that object. So the component of electroscope that you need to know is first metal cap, next insulator, and then lastly is a gold leaf. So gold leaf here play an important role to show us whether there is a existence of electric charge. Next, we will focus on how does the electroscope work. So focus on the first picture, which is on picture A. When a natural strip are being touched to the metal cap, the gold leaf does not diverge. This is because the positive and negative charge on natural strip and also on the electroscope are attracted to each other, as we learned in the previous in previous class. When the charge between the two objects are different, so it will attract toward each other. However, when the positive charge strip or negatively charged strip are touched to the metal cap, which the charge of the electroscope is the same with the strip, so the gold leaf will diverge, which is the gold leaf will move. This is because the charge on the strip and also the charge on the electroscope are the same. So when we have a same charge, so the charge will repel toward each other. So that's how the electroscope works. Next, we will learn about the example of electrostatic in our daily life. The example of electrostatic in our daily life is the occurrence of lightning. So, occurrence of lightning is occur when the friction between the cloud and air cause the cloud to be charged with electric charge. So, the meaning here is when there is a transfer of charged particle happen between the cloud and air, when the cloud and air are being rubbed together, the charge that form from this friction is known as electrostatic charge. So, next point. Lightning is a result of the force attraction that attract between positive charge on the ground and negative charge in the cloud. So to make you more clear about lightning, so I will show you the picture. So from this picture, when the friction of the cloud rub to each other, it will make the bottom part of the cloud become negatively charged, and then the upper part of the cloud become positively charged. So when the charge become large, it will induce or it will produce an opposite, which is positive charge on the ground. So as the charge become large and large, the negative charge in the cloud will be attracted to the positive charge on the surface of the earth. This is because the electron at the bottom of the cloud repel toward each other until they are finally discharged, which is it will form a lightning. So this is why most of the building have a lightning conductor, which is the lightning conductor is used to protect the building from being struck by the lightning. So when the building have a lightning conductor, it will make the flow of the charge, which is the lightning conductor provide a path for the electric charge to flow into the ground, which is when the lightning struck the lightning conductor, so the electric charge there will move to the ground. Next, we will learn about electric current. So what is electric current? Electric current is defined as the rate flow of electric charge through a conductor. So every electric appliance require electric charge in order for the electric appliance to operate. So the energy that needed for the electric charge to flow or to produce energy that generate, which is the electric energy to move the electrical appliance, are from the source such as electric generator, dry cell, and also solar cell. So next, we will move to measuring the quantity of electricity. So there are two devices that we use to measure the quantity of electricity, which is first ammeter. Ammeter is we use to measure the flow of the current, while voltmeter is used to measure the voltage, which is the voltage here mean potential difference between 2 points. So for ammeter, the unit that we use is ampere. For voltmeter, the unit we use here is volt. So next, we learn about the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance. So the first thing you need to know is the definition of resistance. So resistance is the ability of a conductor to limit or resist the flow of the current, which is it will make the flow of the current stop, or it will only supply a certain amount of current to the circuit. And then the unit for measuring resistance, we use ohm. So resistance has two types, which is fixed resistor and also a variable resistor. So fixed resistor has a resistance that cannot be adjusted. So as you know, fixed is cannot be adjusted. While for variable resistor or rheostat is a resistance that can be adjusted. So current, voltage, and resistance are three electrical quantity that related to each other. So when the magnitude of one of the electric quantity are being changed, it will affect the magnitude of other quantity. So for the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance, you need to remember this formula, which is V is equal to IR. V here refer to the voltage, I here refer to the current, and then R here refer to the resistance. So this formula is known as Ohm law. So from this formula, we can know that when the amount of resistance is increased, it will make the amount of current flow through the circuit decrease. And then next, when the voltage flow through the circuit is higher, it will make the amount of current flow through the circuit also increase. So these are the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance that you need to know. So about Ohm's law, so these are the formula that you need to know, which is in Ohm's law, it means stated that the electric current that flow through the conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across two ends of the conductor, which is being provided by the temperature and other physical situation remain unchanged. Which is from here you can see that from this pyramid. So when we want to know the amount of voltage, we can use I is multiplied by R. And then if we want to know the current here, we can use the formula V is divided by R, which is voltage divided by resistance. And then if we want to know the amount of resistance, we can use the formula voltage divided by current. So that's all for today's lesson. I hope that you understand about this lesson, and if you have any question, you can ask me. So that's all from me. Thank you.